Hi,
Hi everyone. Hi Debbie.
hello.
Hi Steph. Hi Julie. Thanks for joining us. We'll just see if a few more people are going to hop on and join us. And you can see we've got some new things to show you before we start. How is everybody? Everybody okay?
It's nearly the weekend, isn't it? One more
Yay!
day.
We get to our Thursday night scrapping and we think, yay, just one more day to the weekend.
Absolutely.
I know, Julie, you're normally doing a little bit of sewing or crochet or knitting, aren't you, in front of the TV? The perfect Thursday evening, I think.
Absolutely.
Right, let's get going because we normally stick to about an hour, don't we? And we've got
we're very good at keeping to
an hour. We try and keep to our hour, don't we? So Debbie's got some lovely new Jennywren Cutfiles to share, and we've just taken a delivery of lots of new Rosie's studios. So we thought we'd talk you through that. Hi, Jill.
Hello, Jill.
Steph, you're doing a bit of scrapping. Good. Excellent. So you'll be able to scrap along with us. Let's do. Sorry, Debbie, it's you first. There we go.
That's okay. So the first file, sorry, move my phone out the way. The first file I've got, I've called Starburst. So there's this one, but there's also the one with the negatives cut out. So like a whole page with just these triangles cut out. I haven't got that one cut yet because I forgot to cut it. So
you've been busy designing, Debbie. That's why, making lots of new files.
This is a heart border one. I've cut this one slightly smaller and inked it, but this is the white version. So they're quite easy to ink. I did that with some leftover ink with a brayer, which
it's beautiful.
I'm going to try a little bit more.
I did a cut file order for a customer today, and that was in the post. So that is beautiful.
So this is a heart background. I've brayered this. It doesn't show that well on these colours.
Hi, Adam. Adam's just joined us, surrounded by mess and stress. 24 windows being fitted. Oh my gosh. Oh,
so this is the heart
new cut files.
Brayered.
I love the effect with brayering. Yeah, the sort of pastel layers. So is that with oxide? Sprayed with oxide?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
love that.
I've got a hexagon border because lots of people have been asking for shapes and things.
That's been popular, the hexagon one already. They only went live on the website this week, so we've had quite a few of those go out. That's lovely.
Got a butterfly arch. I've cut
you know I love butterflies, all things butterflies. So all the digital download you can obviously resize and
or cutting coloured cardstock.
Yeah.
I know this one's a little bit late in that we're unlikely to get snow, but this is a snowflake one. I'm definitely going to get out some snow pictures to use this one.
Well, and interestingly, on Facebook Memories, we had snow a couple of years ago, I think, in March. It was today it came up. Yeah, you like the vertical ones, Jill. Those the hearts and the hexagons, they're beautiful, just on the side of a layout.
This is the one that you used on the live last week, isn't it? Not sure if I've shown you that one already.
I have to say that is one of my favourites. Now I've layered it up with all the little hearts. That's been really popular.
And there's this one, New Home.
Yes, that's lovely.
And this one with hearts inside, so that's quite a nice background texture.
And that would be nice to have almost the heart photographs. You could cut photographs and back some of the cut files with photos. Oh, that's the one we're using tonight. And this is the one
that we're using tonight.
Yes, I can't wait for that. That we're going to be getting inky. And that one's called Bubbles Pattern, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Bubbles Pattern 1, because I've got another one on the back burner that I haven't had time to do. But I am going to have some time tomorrow, so
And there'll be a bubbles pattern 2 coming then.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some more ready for next week.
Lovely.
Oh, thanks, Steph.
Oh, that's good. And Julie is stitching. Is Calvin bought? Is that a challenge, like a stitching challenge, Julie? We're asking you questions, and you'll have to stop. You'll have to stop stitching. Right. So it's my turn. Before we start scrapping, I am going to show you some of the stuff that's arrived from Rosie. So we've got some of the In the Neighbourhood collection. These paper pads we sold out of last time. So we've got the paper pads are 20 sheets, and they are 20 different designs, 12 by 12, and that is In the Neighbourhood. Love that. We've got the matching embellishments for that. That'll go with your new home cut file, Debbie, that one.
Oh, yeah, I've got my eye on that one.
You got your eye on that one? Oh, it's a crafty challenge. Oh, got it. Steph's just said, oh, I've not heard of that. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, all these challenges keeping us busy. This one, daisy chain, and these are all $7.99, 20 pence. I'm going to whiz through because I know we've got lots to get through. Now, we've got some more stock of this back in. This is one of my favourites. I think, Steph, you love this range, Work of Heart.
Oh, that one's gorgeous.
Slightly gold foiled. Love that. We've got the embellishments that go with that. By Starlight is the brand new range, so we've got some other bits of By Starlight to show. Love this. Stars, kind of moons, zodiac-y. Lots of sort of purples and blues. And then Stillwater we've got back in stock. This is actually brilliant value, $9.99, but it's 42 sheets and it's 14 designs. Now I'm gonna do this a little bit. Look at the houses. Gold foiled, beautiful for sort of sea backgrounds. So that's that one, Stillwater. And then I'm going to go really quickly through some of these. Now, this is quite a few people are still scrapping Christmas, and these have got a little bit of money off. So we've got the Twinkle All the Way range. These are really popular, the little puffy words. We've got those in different ranges as well. So that is Twinkle All the Way. Those have just gone up onto the website. I'm going to be really quick now. We've got some of the range called Nature's Gift. I quite like these. They're little typeface, but instead of having lots of random letters left over, they all actually spell words, which I really love, in gold. Some gold letters and some other little chipboard embellishments. Then we've got Clover Lane, but we just love little gold. We've got larger gold alphabets, but these are slightly smaller gold puffy alphabets. And then I mentioned the In the Neighbourhood range. Now we've got quite a few of these. The ephemera bits, the more puffy. These are proving quite popular. I just love use. I'm going to use some of these tonight on mine. Puffy words and puffy alphas. I'm missing comments as I'm whizzing through at a rate of knots. And then we've got Brand New Day, more gold. Some ephemera, and then we've got Unconditional, which I equally love. Lots of pastels. Now I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just loving puffy stickers at the minute. I'm still reading some of the comments. I'm missing it. I'll have to go back and read back. Pastel range, puffy stickers, chipboards. They are all lovely. So that's Unconditional and Brand New Day. And then this made me think of Adam, because I know he did a live on memory planning. And this is a little Rosie's journal and planner sticker. So I know some of you are into your memory planning. That is a whole book. There's the selection on the back. I like these for scrapbooking rather than planners, I must admit. And then the By Starlight, this is the new one. These are my absolute favourite. Look at those little vellum stars.
It's lovely.
And they've got
a bit glittery as well.
They're a bit glittery. I think the camera's just picking it up. It is lovely. And then we've got puffy stars, but this is a larger pack of puffy stars in those blues, pinks, lilacs. really nice. Some epoxy stickers. These are sort of signs of the zodiac. Some little floral die cuts, and these, I love these because we use lots of enamel dots. These are enamel stickers.
Oh, they're cute.
And that's the new stash that's just landed. Yeah, puffy words, Julie, like to layer up on flair. I've done the same. Puffy stars, puffy words, just layering up flair and other embellishments. Right, so we're getting on to, let me move all this out the way. Now I've got new stash everywhere. So we're going to move on to this beautiful cutfile. And we're going to have a little go at the bokeh technique. Has anybody else been watching Vicky Booten? We are major fans, aren't we, Deb?
Absolutely.
Major fans.
I never watch it live. It's a bit late for me, but yeah.
Yeah, we often catch it the following few days. But this is the technique that she has been demoing, and we've been playing around with it. So Vicky Booten uses art crayons, so that's what I've had a go with, and we're going to show you what it looks like in art crayons. But Deb, you've had a go with oxides, haven't you? You thought you'd try something a bit different.
Oxides. Yeah, just to see if it works. I'm not sure about this, so I've got a little piece I'm trying, and if it does work, I'm going to do a proper scrapbook page. And if I don't like it, then I'll change the colour scheme and do something different. So I'm going to have a go.
So you're going to see what it looks like with rainbows. Now I've stuck to the bubble theme. So I've gone for this is the Cools art crayons. This has to be one of my favourite mixed media products, I think. You use them all the time, don't you? I use them all the time. I've got the 3 sets. The cools and the warms are probably the two I use the most. The neutrals I don't tend to use as much, and I do use Vicky's stencil brush. Tried to get hold of these. They are like gold dust now. Yeah. Have you had a go at the bokeh technique yet, Julie? No, you haven't had a catch. You have to go back. There's several, I think. I've only watched one, so I've got more to go back and watch because she just she just teaches so much, doesn't she? So it starts with a gessoed background, and that's quite important, isn't it, Deb? That she said it needs to have that resist.
If you don't have a gesso background, it won't work. It needs to seal the paper.
It kind of helps the mixed media to lift off. And there are all sorts of gesso. We've got this in the shop. This is just the Deco Art gesso. And so I've put a layer on here. You've put a layer on there. You've started yours, Deb.
Yeah,
I've started. I'm reading Julie's comments, speeding through the videos. Yeah, because there's like quite a bit of chat at the beginning, isn't there? She whiz through. My camera's going in and out, backwards and forwards. That's because I'm moving my hands around a bit too quickly. There we go. Doesn't want me to move tonight. Can you find that?
Yeah, mine's been a bit funny.
Are we back? Going. It's making.
Where's my blue gone?
Right. So, first thing in the technique, you've put layers of ink down, Deb, and I've got to put layer of crayon. And so Vicky kind of does the dry brushing technique. But how did you put your oxides on?
Just with these blending brushes and just going along, trying to blend it in a little bit with the colour before.
And quite.
I don't know if this is going to work. So
it's all experimenting, because the thing is, not everybody has art crayons and not everybody has distress oxides. So
I think this would work with distress inks as well. If you've just got distress inks and you haven't got oxides, it'll be a different finish to it. But I really love the oxides, so they're my favourite thing. It's the chalky finish that I really like.
On the oxides, yeah. Yeah, Julie, you fast forward. I tend to do that. Fast forward to the bits that you want to see. So you're going for more of a stripe. I was going for more of like patches of colour. And because I'm using the same brush, I can have little bits of purple. And also a bit of a cloth if you want to take off some of the colour. I've got a molting brush.
Well, I've tried a brush. For this, I think it's going to be better using a wet cloth, a damp cloth.
Yeah. Bit of purple. Now I'm going to switch over. I just wanted to show that background bit. True Blue Peter style, because like you say, Julie, you don't want to sit and wait for too long. So I thought, well, as I've done this bottom corner and I know I've got my photo ready and I kind of know I'm going to use this cut file twice, but I want to do one up in this top corner. So I'm going to do the technique again in this bottom corner, and I've got the same cut file because I kind of like the bubbles coming from the top and bottom. So that's the plan. So I've already got lots of art crayon there. And then I just made my own circle stencil. But I actually almost broke my circle punch because I tried to punch the acetate with my circle punch and it jammed. I don't know if anybody else has ever done that.
Cut it on your scan and cut, Faye. I've done a...
Yes.
One on the scan and cut. This is only the front cover of a really cheap file folder, and they work brilliantly for stencils.
Whereas this is quite a thick. This is a Dove Crafts acrylic sheet. So top tip, Debbie.
And it's much cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good way of trying stencils. If you really think that you're going to use it again, then you could buy like the proper stuff and cut one. But it's a good... I mean, and to be honest, the ones that I've cut out of plastic, I'm still using. They haven't broken or anything. So
yeah. And then when you're lifting off, how did you lift off, Debbie? So I've got the... And it's recommended to start with the larger circle first.
Yeah, I just did with a damp... well, I tried with one of these, actually, but I found out that these actually come with brown dye already on them, so that was a bit of a disaster. And then I just used a damp cloth.
So I'm just going to clean the stencil brush, because you can go back in and add more colour with this, but a little bit of spray. I can't remember how Vicky did it, and I literally did it here, but I can't remember how.
Didn't she spray it and then she put it on the brush, but then she wiped the brush off so that it
on the stencil brush?
I thought that's how she took it off, but I haven't got one of her stencil brushes.
No, that's depositing more ink. So that's do you know when you have a mind blank and you're like, oh, I wonder how I did it before.
Oh, I missed that. I did mine with a damp paper cloth.
Oh, that was it. Yes, I think it was with a little bit of kitchen roll. That's it. And you kind of push.
Or did she use the tiny little, like the blending brushes damp? Was it that?
Oh, I know. Of course it was. I've got it up here. I took a photograph of it, didn't I? It was one of these. Do you know when you have a mind blank and you think, oh, I can't remember. But yeah, with this, this is the little blending tools and these little circle discs. And that was absolutely it. Squirt a little bit of water. do you know you have a complete mental blank because I didn't have the tool here. Start with the larger, little bit of ink, a little bit of just water. That was it. And you've got to clean it. That's why I had the cloth here, because you dab. That's it. You got it, Julie. You're a step ahead of us. But I can't remember what it was for the life of me to lift it off. And sometimes it deposits a bit more colour, depending on the gesso. And this is, I don't know what card you're using, Debbie, but I'm on 300 GSM card, the one we've got in the shop that's good for mixed media. So it's quite thick.
I'm on cheap stuff because I'm trying it out. And it can be used
okay, yeah.
But with the gesso, it's okay.
You see, that is the braided Gessoed Background, and it's quite rough, so it's held on to some of the paint. I kind of like that. I lift off. But it would be good to see people's different colour schemes and different techniques. Just kind of lifts off. Very clever.
Oh, this is probably too big a circle.
That's nice. Across the two colours.
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's it. The water's working now. I didn't have quite enough water. And you can kind of choose how much you lift off. Obviously, the more water you have, the more lift you get. And I just kept coming back to the cut file and thinking, right, where do I want the bubbles? Because the cut file is going to go kind of here. And I want the bubbles to show on the edge of the cut file, almost as if it's part of it. That was the plan anyway. That was my thought. I'll speed up a bit now. But it's the kind of thing I think you could either do quickly or you could spend ages on.
Oh, absolutely.
But you can add layer after layer after layer in different colours, and it doesn't necessarily need it. But the key is the Gessoed Background. So March is, I saw somebody posted on our group, which I loved, was National Crafting Month, which I hadn't heard of before.
No.
And I love. So somebody from our crop, Mandy, challenged me to post 10 days of my crafty creations. So I said, the trouble is I've got to try and remember for 10 days, which is almost impossible. I thought that was a nice idea.
Oh, it's gone brighter. I don't know why.
Oh, that's nice. I do like that.
I'm guessing as I go over, I overlap the circles and then make some even whiter.
Yeah, that's exactly the technique. So some are very white. And also you have to be careful you don't push too much of the moisture under the stencil, because you want that sort of dark. You see, some of mine were really light.
Yeah.
And some of them much darker. And then obviously the ones that are darker here is where you add the colour back in.
Oh, see, I haven't done any adding colour back in.
Yes, I saw that, Julie. There was a one where, I think I saw the purpley one, and then she added the yellow. So that was lovely. I just think it's nice to learn those types of techniques, and then you think, right, okay, how am I going to use it with, like you say, one of your cut file designs, Debbie?
Just nice to have something different to try, isn't it?
Yeah, learning all the things.
Absolutely. Every day's a learning day.
Love learning all the things. The thing is, then I want all the things. You learn all the things, and then you want.
The last time she demoed, there were some crayons that I really wanted, and I couldn't find them. And then I thought, no, I don't need them. I don't. It's okay. I don't need them. But they were very lovely.
But you did want them.
I did want them when I saw her using them. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, that one didn't work very well because can you see it sort of bled? So I'm going to go.
I don't know why, but this one's going bright yellow. I don't know why that's happening.
I can't see it so clearly. It's not so clear on camera, I must admit.
It's not going white. It's going yellow.
Oh, it's almost like the pigment, yeah.
But my mustard seed distress oxide has gone a little bit funny. It could be that. It's not chalky anymore, and I don't know why.
That's bizarre.
It's gone funny. Perhaps
I must admit, I've made some of my ink pads chalky where I have actually mixed them with distress oxide, and that's not obviously very helpful. Steph's just said she's fussy cutting with her new cutter bees.
Oh, are they worth it, Steph?
Are they worth it? Because they are super sharp, as I've heard. So interestingly, if you add too much water, it doesn't quite clean off as you'd like it to.
So then do I need to go in with circles and add colour?
Yeah, so with the yeah, Julie said, have you used it a lot, Debbie? The yellow. Some of the pigments in the, are just more heavily pigmented, aren't they? Very strange.
No, I haven't used it a lot at all, but today when I took the lid off, it was almost oily. It had a watery sheen over it, an oily sheen. And I haven't used it a lot. It's gone very odd.
Right, I'm going to add a little bit more colour now. I've got the green, and I've just picked up a little bit. But I'm going in dry brushing.
Do I need to add kind of tone on tone?
That's how I prefer it. On some of the Vicky Booten demos, she went in with completely contrasting colours, but obviously that was more like a 2 colours. But because you've got rainbow,
I think I'll go tone on tone.
I think so.
Let's try, because this is a trying bit.
See what you think. So we announced this week we've got the Scrap into Spring Cybercrop coming up over the Easter holidays, and we have some very exciting things planned for it, don't we?
Very exciting.
We are planning in the background, so more news will come. But the actual February into March challenge is still open. That closes, I want to say 6th of March. It closes soon. We have had so many entries. It's amazing. So if you haven't entered yet, look up the February challenge post. It's a tic-tac-toe 3 in a row challenge. I don't think I need too much more, and I can start building the layout. I mean, you could just add an ad, couldn't you? You could just go crazy with this technique, but I kind of feel like I'd like to start turning it into a scrapbook page and using some of the cut files.
What do we think about the tone on tone? Is it working?
I can't see the screen at the minute. The screen's just gone off. There we go. Oh, you're back. Yes, I like it.
I'll add a couple more circles, then I might try my big one.
Yeah. And I've got to try and not get blue messy fingers on the cut file, because the cut file is beautifully white. So I've got 2 of these, and what I thought, I'm going to go with one here, and then I've got another one. Now I cut this out several times because, as you said, Deb, with a digital cutting machine, you can cut it out several times. So I also cut it out in this lovely pastel paper.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is just a lovely works pad. Look, it's just a works paper pad. But I've kept the inner circles because I probably won't use this because I want the white to pop. But you see, you could, I mean, look, you could layer it. It doesn't look much like bubbles. It looks more like lace, but there are so many options. Right, so I've got those.
Absolutely.
And then I just darkened the edges because I'm going to raise some of these up in foam. Not all of them, just a few. So
I think that's going to make quite a nice background if I do that big.
And I might even... Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Behind the cut file.
I like adding the tone on tone. I'm not going to finish this one now. I'm going to get on with my main one, I think.
Yes, get on with the main background. Right, I'm going to flip these this way because I had a little bit of glue on that. So no backing of this cut file this time because I thought I don't need to back it. I will let the background shine through.
After so much work on the background, I think it does need to shine through, doesn't it?
It does need to shine through. But then I've recently got into adding dimension and foam pads, so I've got some ideas to raise it up. So has anybody got any nice plans for the weekend, crafty plans, or... I can't believe we're in March already. Just...
I know.
Time seems to fly. What I like about this cut file, Deb, is even that circle there, look, it looks like it's hanging off the page because it's just...
That's exactly what I wanted, because I thought all the cut files, even on a scan and cut, they don't cut quite truly 12 by 12, and I wanted something that really hung over the page.
Yeah, it's like literally just off the edge there.
Yeah.
And it
that's a good idea. Red Nose Day. It'd be good for Red Nose Day. It would.
I love that. Red Nose Day. Or like with your rainbow one, Deb, I would do lots of different colour circles. If you had somebody who had a fancy dress clown outfit, or you could almost turn it into a circus type spotty, or Children in Need spotty as Pudsey, isn't it?
Pudsey Bear, is it?
Coloured spots. So definitely lots of ideas for how to use it. I seriously can't wait for this glue to come into the shop. It is on order. It is the finest glue and it never bungs up. Oh, yes, Hungry Caterpillar, Steph. Because you could do them all in the... Cut it in green with coloured dots. I think the possibilities are endless with this. Right, so there's the cut file stuck down. And then I just kind of, with the art crayons and the stencil brush, I literally just buffed the edges. So I've got a few more of those to do, but I just tried it out because I wanted to see what it looks like. I'm needing my trusty foam pads. Right. Let's see. I guess I need to think about which ones you use. So maybe one here and one here. Maybe there. You want it to look like it's part of the background. We have some on 2 foam pads, some on 1. Possibly. So I've seen lots of amazing World Book Day costumes online today.
And some hilarious posts about the pressure of it as well.
Absolutely, the parent pressure. It's fabulous. But lots of good memories to scrapbook, that's for sure.
My favourite one was a teacher I worked with came in as a BFG, and he just did some ears on a headband, made a trumpet, and it was fabulous because it was
brilliant.
all
Handmade.
It was, yeah,
handmade. That's what we love. I love that.
And everybody knew instantly who he was. It was brilliant.
Yeah. Trying to work out which one it is. I think that's that circle, isn't it? There, so I could put it there.
I love those colours, Faye. Have you mixed up the art crayons?
Yeah, so I went for literally just the blues and greens. I avoided the purple, but I did a little mix of all of them. Not the lime, but I did a mixture of those blues and greens. I just love those art crayons, and I'm hoping they don't ever discontinue them because they are really good. The cool set are proving difficult to get hold of at the minute. So I've got a few there, and I might do a couple more because I've got all these inners that I kept. But I think it does need a little bit of the art crayon on a edge.
I used to keep all the inners, but then I'm cutting so many cut files, I wouldn't even know where they were anyway.
You've got too many.
I just chuck them.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
I tend to like cut things for certain projects.
Yeah. Whereas
I've got a little box of things.
Yeah.
But then I also think, oh, right, okay. And then therefore I keep the bits, because with that heart cut file, for example, just the folding of the hearts and I just loved it.
A few of them I have. Like one of them I want to try white card and embossing. So I've kept the inserts because I thought they're ideal for embossing. But that's on my list of things to try.
It's on your to-do list.
Claire posted some really lovely layouts, didn't she, that she'd done that were all white.
I love it. I loved your costume, Steph.
It's fabulous.
It was brilliant. Really inventive.
One of the TAs I work with made butterfly wings from the Very Hungry Caterpillar, copied the pattern. They were huge. They were absolutely massive. The work that had gone into it was amazing.
That's brilliant. Yeah, the pressure, Julie, is true, isn't it? It's like,
it's just awful.
It is. The pressure of it. Yeah, I'm with you, Julie. I think some cut files, like that heart wreath, those little hearts to be able to fold, and that's why we just say we recommend a digital cutting machine, because you can cut it in different colours and different. Oh, I just love it. And obviously
I've cut in mirror card before and glitter card. That's the Snowpiercer one that we did.
Yes.
That was cut in glitter card, and it's not for everything. You wouldn't want to do it for everything, but for some files it works really well.
And like this bubble one, I cut it twice in white, and then I cut it again in a colour, and then you've got the. But I liked. I can't remember if it was you, Julie, or somebody else said. Do we sell them in different colours? And somebody said on there, oh, you can just ink them or paint them, or you can turn them into the colour you want.
Brayering is really good because you get an even coat. I brayered the hearts that I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
That's a really good way of getting colour on.
Yeah.
You don't want to add anything too wet. You don't really want to add paint because it could.
And it makes them sort of warp and go a bit funny. Yeah, I actually preferred, Julie, the costumes that are handmade.
Oh, and me.
That are just a bit inventive and a bit. It's just great. Why not? That's all part of the fun, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it was, Julie. I saw you said to somebody a post about you could ink it, and I was like, yes, absolutely. If you just get it in white, and you can just add your own textures and effects.
Well, if you're inking it, you could use it as a stencil while you're inking. Because I've used, I've inked quite a few cut files before now. I'll post them on the group so that you can see how you can ink them. And I know a few of them, they've made a nice white stencil background, kind of inking them. So I've done it quite a bit.
I like the idea of the stencil, using it as a stencil. Right, that's probably enough. You can't see the dimension as much on the camera. You can there, look. If I turn it on its side.
That looks lovely.
So we'll go with that. And I've got my little photo, and then I thought I'm going to just add a few embellishments and a title.
Oh, this is taking me longer than I thought it would.
The background doesn't take. I mean, that I spent a little bit of time doing that whole background, and then I did one side, so it's been a little bit quicker, but it does.
And top tip, don't lean on it because you'll get white fingerprints. So I've got a cloth to lean on.
Oh, is that with the oxides?
Yeah. As they're wet or not quite dry. The blue one, I had to do a couple of patches because I put my fingers on and it's taken the colour off. Nice thing about gesso though as well is you get a kind of texture if you've got brush strokes in there. So that adds to it as well.
Yeah, I noticed that with some of the circles here where it was the gesso coming through. I've got all sorts here. This is Jen Hatfield collection. And most of it isn't going to work, but I kind of like some of the titles. Beautiful. No, probably Life is Lovely or Hello. What do people think? Maybe it is. Do you think the black pops more, and then I can build up some? Probably Hello better than.
I like the Hello. It's big and bold.
Big and bold. And then I keep using these. These are some of my ones that came with my Bramble Fox bits. I haven't got many Bramble Fox bits yet left, but I've got my Fox box on the way, and I might have added a few little extras.
Oh, really? That's not like you month.
I know a few people. Yeah, you think Hello, Julie? I think so. Yeah, I did. I did add a few treats because I've used up most of the bits I got from Crop in the Country, so I kind of feel like it's justified.
Already?
Yeah, I've got some. I mean, I've got some hearts and things left that are more specific because they're red. But I mean, and I've got some of these left. These I could just use stars and hearts and bits. I could use them on all sorts. Never have enough. I love it. And I've got some Rosie's puffies because I always come back to some Rosie's puffies. Yeah, sorry, Deb, were you going to say something?
I love the tiny hearts we had. I don't know where the tiny hearts.
Were they glitter?
The tiny.
Oh, they're nice.
I love these. Really lovely colours. They go with so much. They'll definitely end up on this one, but they're really lovely.
I'm not even sure I've got those to hand, but I have got these lovely stars. I've literally just dug out. I love these little hearts, but again, I'd need more like a sort of pinky Valentine's.
And I love the roses puffy hearts and stars. They're really lovely as well.
Yeah, I've got these little puffies. These are Rosie's little. Yeah, I've only just recently resubscribed to the Fox box, Julie, and then I did buy quite a few bits at the Crop, and then I just keep going to them because I love them. So, but I think if you use them, it's a good excuse to say, well, I can buy some more. That's always my philosophy. Don't need any excuse there, that's for sure. Oh, Steph, I saw your drawers. Was it the Aldi drawers were lovely rainbows? I like this. Good day sunshine. It's a bit big. Deep in concentration now. Oh, Julie, you got yours all in boxes. And they're really useful boxes. Debbie's working away. Oh, you've made good progress, Debbie.
I'm nearly at the end. I think my little bit of evergreen bough, if I can find it. Sure, I have evergreen bough. I haven't used it yet. Where is it?
Yeah, I want to try and get to an Aldi, Steph. I saw those and thought, oh, they're handy. Hello, sunshine. I just cut that off. These are quite nice as well. These are P13. I haven't just go with the flow. I need vitamin C. I like that. But I don't think the yellow is going to work. It's more these bits down here. But I'd quite like to cut these off. Does anybody else chop stickers up and oh, Steph, yes they do. Delivery, that's a very good point. I might be able to get a delivery. That was me moving my camera to get the get my ATG gun. Bear with everybody. We're back. We're back. It's a bit wonky. That's it. I have this trusty ATG gun in the drawer. Yeah, you normally cut yours down. I find that with them stick it like that tag, it was just too big, and I think, oh well, I'll just chop it up a bit. I want to be able to use it, but if it's too big. So I always ask this question, straight or wonky? I think I was going straight because of the title, which doesn't help because the camera's wonky. So oh, bless me. Hello, Sandy. Good for you. You've been to the pool. Oh, that's good. You're ready to put your feet up now. You've come in just at a moment where Debbie's just doing her Bokeh background. I can never say
finished.
Bokeh. What is it? Bokeh? Bokeh? Bokeh?
It's whatever you want it to be, because we all know what we mean.
Exactly. No one's going to pull us up on the pronunciation.
Well, if they did, it would be quite rude, wouldn't
it? You just say, well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Right. Ready to do the water things now.
Right. Ready to do all the things.
To do all the things.
Love that. Hello, sunshine. Don't worry. This says, "Don't worry, beach happy," which is quite funny. But it was just a paddling pool in the garden. But during lockdown, that's what we had to do. We had to make the most of it. Ah, thanks, Sandy. We've been experimenting with this technique. We were channeling our inner Vibu, because you know we're massive fans. Now I'm just going to try and stick this down. So, Deb, you're just dabbing off with a cloth.
Yeah. It's okay at the moment. You've got to make sure you don't mix colours though, because you end up with
mud.
But that's working quite well, I would say, with just a damp cloth.
Yeah, like it. Screen's gone off again. I can see you 1 minute and then I can't. Are you back? Technology is playing up. No, that's not going there. A few little bits. I think I've got some lovely gold. Oh, you can't really add too many other colours here with this. It needs to stay fairly within this colour scheme. I know what I really want. Bramble Fox do these little circles. That'll have to be next on my list.
What do they do?
They do little rings, little perspective rings that would be perfect for this.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Made you think, yeah, when we're saying bokeh, it's like, remember Mrs. Bucket? And she was Hyacinth Bouquet. That was so funny. That was. Right, let's see what I got in here. Greys. I don't think greys are going to be the way forward. Definitely this. Coming along nicely. I can never peel these back pieces off. That's it. It's almost not going to need too much else, is it? Because the background is speaking volumes. I would also like to try this technique and then have this as a background to back cut files with.
Yeah.
So not the whole background, because that's quite busy, and I know a lot of people don't always like a very kind of busy background, but you could then do it and just use it to back a cut file. Would be nice. I'm just thinking out loud. Oh, can't pick these up. Maybe one more white. Don't think grey. Stick with the white theme. Yeah, do you think, Julie, just using it not in its entirety, but that, and this is a technique to make pattern paper, and then I think that's what I was thinking that might work. definitely. Does anybody else faff when you're trying to position embellishments? Work out where they should go. Remember, Debbie, when we were talking about clusters?
Oh, I'm getting better through your expert tuition, but it's still.
How do you get a cluster to? No, and you want things to be connected in a layout so it doesn't just look odd. And you also need to know when to stop. I'll just trim these little edges off. You have to know when enough is enough. In fact, yeah, faffing is part of it, Julie. Everybody needs a little bit of faffing just to make sure you're happy with it. Wouldn't be the same if you didn't have a bit of a faff. Yeah, I'm glad it's not just me. Like that. Yeah, and absolutely, Julie. Then it's like, right, Adam wants more is more. I'm a bit of a more is more person too, because I like to use all the things, but then I think that doesn't work, or you could just keep adding and adding. You see, this would almost be a good opportunity in circles to find some flair, but it's going to have to be very bubbly. I might have used my bubbly. Ones. I've got I've got a few pots here. See, that's too blue. That's not going to work. But I also like these black and white ones with the title. I used one of those the other day. That's travel. That's probably not going to work. And I got a whole. I've got some epoxies in here. This is nice. What about the bubbles? Ooh. And I might add a few of these. You could do with a few more the same as a lighter blue. That would work. Oh, Debbie, do you know what? They are cut. Look, they fit perfectly, as if they were meant to be. You see?
They were meant to be, obviously.
They Absolutely. Were meant to be. The size of that must be like a 1-inch circle that you've... Yes. Ah, yes, Julie. All the different size, either flare or epoxy flare would work with this circle cut file. But I am loving both of those because they are bubbly and they fit perfectly.
I think I did them in 1/2-inch increments, so they do go up in 1/2 inches, I think.
Yeah.
When I measured them originally.
Why these perfectly? Yeah, these epoxy are exactly 1 inch, so they fit perfectly. There's this one as well. It's like a pastel-y blue. It gives a different bit of dimension to the layout. Oh, there's a green. I'm getting carried away now. Can you tell? Do you say more is more? Definitely. Yeah. Do you think, Julie, these are working, aren't they? I won't foam dot them. I'm going to stick them down flat because they have their own dimension. Loving that. Have one of these here. It's like they were custom made for this cut file. Yeah. I just love this green. I like to use this green. Even behind the photo for a bit of dimension.
I'm definitely not going to get this finished tonight on our live.
No, you're not.
Longer than I thought. That's
but
fine.
It's worth spending the time, I think.
It's worth spending the time, yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking liking adding the colour actually.
Loving the different rainbows.
Bright. It's going to be really in your face bright.
I think I'm going to stick to those two bubblies because these are beautiful. These are like the watercolour ones, but I'd quite like to use them on something else. So I'm going to save that, and I've just put the 2 on. So that is probably enough. I didn't think I'd get that done within the hour. Brill. And so, Debbie, that's looking lovely.
Is it?
Yeah. Loving the rainbow.
I might even go back and do a little bit of lifting off, but I'm loving the tone on tone.
Yeah, you have to do a photo of that and to show us, definitely.
I will.
You know how Steph and I feel about rainbows. We just love rainbows.
Hopefully I'll get some time tomorrow to finish it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We will be back again next week, and we'll see you soon. Have a good weekend when it arrives.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.